Men and women of Reddit. What makes you jealous of the opposite sex? I want to feel generally desired. It's a strange thing, because I understand that I'm idealizing something that many women don't actually enjoy. So I'm conflicted. Feeling desired would be great, but the cost is having to deal with unwanted attention and being in situations where you're not sure you're safe. It's a strange thing, because I understand that I'm idealizing something that many women don't actually enjoy. So I'm conflicted. It's just two extremes. Like starving versus being force-fed. Neither is nice. This is a great answer because of that dichotomy. So many men never experience this. Or at least nobody tells us they find us desirable. And we spend so much time not being shown we can be that we assume every woman that chooses us is simply settling for the time being. I feel you. This just illustrates how important experience can be. If you lack something, you want it. If it happens frequently, it's a burden. Yoga pants. It's the pants of the future that science fiction has been promising forever, and men don't get to wear them. I have a friend that's a performer in a Cirque du Soleil type show. Incredibly athletic. He stopped by the office wearing yoga pants and a wiffle beater, and I swear every woman in the building found a reason to walk by. Slowly, if I wore them on casual day, ours would get involved. Cosplay Jane Luckbucket. Legit just wear them under shorts and no one cares. That I'm not adorable as she is, I can never be. Get the Snapchat filter open. I have to admit those filters can enhance a girl's cuteness so much. Us guys need one to make us look more masculine to even the scales. Like a Burt Reynolds or a Hemsworth filter. Don't mind it. If a guy's called adorable or cute, it's not a good sign anyways. I can tell it from experience. Depends. I call my man adorable all the time. And then I go and call him a beast. Because he really does go between those two all the time. I think a man that's confident in his attractiveness and masculinity can be called adorable or cute without any emasculating connotations. It's all about the confidence of the guy on the receiving end and the intent of the person calling them cute. I mean, just like "oh, bless him" can be both a very polite insult and a genuine compliment. I think cute and adorable work the same. This one is slowly changing, but men are expected to do most, if not all of the pursuing. I'm not entirely sure of the biological psychological reasons for this, but being pursued is nice. Also, women are generally more community oriented and supportive of each other than men. Men don't get as much emotional safety net. Did you ever see that documentary on that woman who became a man for 6 months and afterwards needed therapy to deal with the rejection and pressure she felt from being a man trying to pursue women? It was good to see it explained in such a way. I'd argue that the pursuing comment isn't changing at all. The rest, I definitely agree with. Strength differences. It's something like the top percent of women aka those who actually train are the same in strength as the bottom, untrained percent of men. The safety and ability to do for oneself that comes with that. Strength curve of men and women is like two bell curves with a little intersection in between. Yeah, when I was the only guy in the office I had a pronounced upper body strength advantage over all my co-workers, although at least 2 of them were in considerably better overall shape and could probably jog in circles around me until I had a heart attack from the effort of keeping up. It comes with a huge downsides. If you happen to be a tiny man, though, everyone still expects you to be a fighter, especially your romantic partner, if you ever manage to get one, that is. The fact that society expects guys to make the first move makes me jealous of girls, and the fact that they can wear makeup, and I'm stuck with my ugliness. You too can wear makeup and lose 3 million subscribers. He's lost that much already. That was a lot more than I was expecting lol. 3.5, but gained back a 1 mil after he exposed her right back and proved she lied. I'm out of the loop. PLZ help. There is this dude on YouTube that lost a ton of subscribers in one day, in fact, a world record for most subscribers lost in 24 hours ever. He is also known for hitting on straight men in a way that makes them uncomfortable. He is the current meme. Being able to dress male and female without being considered a sick freak. Not only that, they can do it and still look great. Don't make assumptions about how good I would look in a skirt, fam. I know, right? A dress or skirt sounds so nice and freeing down there. It sometimes, just a little, bothers me that, if I die tomorrow, not that she would, but she would have about 30 sweeters within a week. It might take me a year or so to find someone else. Again, not that I would. We are both in our 40s, and I've told her multiple times, if she goes first, I'm done. Had a good run, wouldn't marry again. You're also done, if you go first. Depends on when rigor mortis sets in. My co-worker is in his early 30s and his wife passed away due to brain cancer. He has 2 small kids, under 8. He's done the math and knows what's ahead. As a man, I'm legit jealous of the compliments women get. Us men don't really get compliments. I'd be nice to get them every now and then. We tend to remember them forever, since it rarely happens to us. I got a compliment a few months ago. I was standing outside a bar and beautiful blonde woman way out of my league grabbed my face and said, "You have a beautiful face," and then walked off. I'm still glowing from that and still can't believe it happened. Really picked me up, made my week. Men can get compliments a lot more often when they are not considered to be someone who is trying to hook up. I'm married and I mention my wife within the first 30 seconds of meeting a woman. I can see a huge load of tension come off of their shoulders, and then we can talk like normal people, which includes a compliment here and there. I would say my friends break down pretty equally between the sexes. I feel bad that women have to be on guard all of the time. I still remember a very jovial, older black gentleman at Walmart calling me a young man and asking how my day was. He still brightens my day every so often, 6 years later. As a guy, I'm jealous of female fashion choices that also come in a variety of sizes. Also, as an acceptable gender norm to be comfortable in men's clothes too. Don't recall too many guys stealing their girlfriends' hoodies. That's because I would tear through that thing faster than Chris Farley did with David Spade's little coat. Having a lesser chance of getting sexually assaulted, but a better chance of getting murdered. I don't think we should be keeping score. Well, I'd love to have a beard and a flat chest, and I'd love for my name to be Jake. I keep telling myself I'm not trans though. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Well, I'd love to have a beard, so would I, and I'm a male. Same here. I'd love to have a beard and a flat chest. Yeah, for the first few years of my life I thought I wanted to be a boy, but turns out I just wanted to be treated like a human being. I'm jealous that women can wear sundresses and sandals to work during the summer, while I have to wear slacks, closed-toed shoes, and a button-down. Men are generally hot-natured, and we are forced to wear more clothing during the summer than we should, while women are generally cold-natured, but they get to wear light, breezy clothing. As a man, I've always been jealous of women getting a bunch of emotional support when they are having a bad day or after a breakup. I never received this growing up, and always seeing gal pals getting all the love. Guys need this too, even if we don't realize it. The girl that I'm dating right now has this friend that has tried to hit on her a few times. I think his intent is clear and trust her to negotiate that in whatever way she sees fit, but she asked me if I was jealous. He's attractive, but he's also this intense and passive-aggressive type of guy, and I don't feel jealousy about someone like that. I told her I didn't, but that if he was calm, cool, collected, and with some swagger, I'd feel different. My sister will live job and debt free and be wealthy because she was pretty, while I'm selling my soul to a multinational just so that I can pay for someone else's house. This right here. Girls get a free ride for a pretty face. It'll be knuckle dragging for years. Girls in most schools are so much better treated by teachers. Can confirm. Old high school was sexist. My old friend asked questions in biology class all the time, and the teacher answered them all without a hitch. One time I asked a question because I didn't hear, and the teacher exploded and yelled at me in front of the class for not listening, etc. Note that we were 2 of the best students in the class, especially hers, and I rarely ever needed to ask questions. Told my friend that she definitely wouldn't have yelled at her like the way she did to me. Girls are taught to be less rambunctious, so it's kinda cart horse. Being allowed around kids without people thinking you're a pervert. I love kids, but I'm afraid to even look at one without people thinking I'm trying to kidnap them. I considered going into early childhood education, but I just don't want to deal with the prejudice and preconceptions. It makes me sad to see how many guys say this. I've never noticed it or felt that way about men around children. If a woman wears a sundress on a hot day, it's chic and in season, but if I, a 6'4" man, wears a sundress on a hot day, I'm indecent and scarring the children. I always joke that women have it so much easier than men because they get to wear weather appropriate clothing at formal events and at the office. No sweating through a suit jacket at an outdoor wedding or on the subway on the way to work in July. You're not wrong, but did you know most office temps are set for men in suits? This is why many professional women do the layering thing. It can be hard to look professional and feminine, although it is getting easier. At least we're not expected to wear skirts all the time anymore. Yep, I mentioned this in another comment in this mini thread. I'd be a-okay with wearing shorts and a polo to work if the AC was turned down a bit to make everyone more comfortable, not to mention it's better for the environment. But unless you're at a tech company, this idea is usually laughed at. The ability to make livable income just by wearing summer clothes and playing video games on camera. I don't even hate on it, I'd be doing it too if it would work. The fact the second my brothers were born my dad disregarded having me help him anymore with things that are typically male dominant, things like helping with the car and going hunting with him. It broke my heart when this happened. I loved my time with him. Fuck, that's sad. Oh, being allowed to get emotional and cry. Also the honor thing, where people defend a lady's honor. I'd also love people to buy me drinks at the bar. Also, I'd like to be able to hit people and not expect them to hit me back. Some dresses look so cool and comfortable. Sometime I just want to be told I'm handsome, that I'm a good guy, valued simply for my looks and personality instead of spending my life struggling for a place in the hierarchy. Okay, that sounded a bit insular. To clarify, I don't think that those are the only traits in women to value. I just want to be objectified for my looks every now and then instead of being objectified as a resource. How we process breakups. I think the science was that women are sad up front, but get over it faster, and men are fine up front and then sad for a while about it. Here's an article on it. Wearing cute clothes and looking good in them. All I can think of. As we speak, my socks have green monkeys on them. You can't tell me anything. They are automatically assumed to be credible when they speak. Not trying to be rude, but I honestly don't know which gender you're referring to. Feeling safer walking at night? Probably. Not gonna get catcalled. Bone density. Also, beards seem really nice, and if my brother's is anything to go by, I would have a very full and lush beard. I've been catcalled once in my life. 14 years ago, when I was 22, I still tell that story to this day. Women can make an average dating profile and get hundreds of interested men. Even if she does nothing, it must feel nice to feel desired. Clothes. You go to any clothes store and it's 80% women clothes, 20% men clothes. Women have the freedom to dress both as a man and as a woman, and it's socially accepted, but man can't. Why could man in the past wear those cool cassock and man from the present can't? I'm jealous of girls because they get to wear dresses. Get a kilt and go shirtless, it's the closest to male dresses. I admire the dynamic of male friendships, for the most part. True male friendships are something special, but if you're only kind of friends with someone, then there's no emotional connection. As a man, the dating scene is frustrating. I have to go out of my way to try to get the attention of a woman. They play hard to get, and, for a socially inept person like me, it's difficult to tell whether it is indeed hard to get, or if they just are not interested. I've heard on both sides. And then a woman can walk into a bar alone and 3 dudes will walk up to her and show interest. I mean, I get they do struggle due to harassment and having to know who to choose, since most if not all of them are giving a fake image anyway, but still, I'd love to have that amount of attention, just for my gender alone, lol. Also dresses. Man, they look so fresh and comfortable. But I'm not brave enough to try to instill a new fashion for men's dresses.